Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another Daily Dice, where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you. And for those of you new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop to it and jump into our reading and find out what is today's Daily Dice message in regards to love and relationships. So Source, what is today's Daily Dice message in regards to love and relationships? What messages do you have for us, Source? What is today's Daily Dice message in regards to love and relationships? Rolling. We've got the 6th house, Jupiter, and Sagittarius energy. Excellent. So we've got 2 Sagittarius energies out with Jupiter and Sag. 6th house is related to Virgo energy. You know, it's interesting here because it's like showing up for yourself in an adventurous and fun, optimistic way is how you really impact that area of your life where you want those loving relationships, you want those exciting relationships, but not like the roller coaster up and down. Like I want people to show up in this place of optimism is what it feels like here, okay? But here we have the 6th house pertaining to our foundations, our daily routines, our co-workers, right? Our health. And so it's important for us to focus on maintaining a level of routine while we also make space to have adventurous connections and get-togethers and see new people and experience new things. You know, it's okay to be very busy with life, but it's not okay to be so busy with your journey that you forget to experience those connections, because humans are a social being, and it's important for us to have social connections because it's where we thrive. And so when you open up to experiencing those and you find those people who are willing to enjoy that time with you, it really does make it better for you, right? This is where abundance and growth is. And I really feel like this message is pertaining to someone who is very isolated from the world and who is very much like, oh no, I can't spend time with others because others just have ulterior motives for me, or they don't care about me that way, or like I can't really connect with people in that way because no one actually sees me for who I am. They either just see me for my abilities or what I can give to them, or you know, what it is that they can take from me. And so here we have this shifting of a mindset with the Sagittarius energy. You know, Sagittarius for me is like the party of the zodiac. Okay, I have a Sagittarius rising, and I always lived up to that. Growing up, before I even knew about astrology and a natal chart and all that stuff, like I was the life of the party. I always was like, hey, party at my house, like let's chill, let's have fun, let's dance, let's just be cool with each other. And like, so I was always known for creating parties with so many people. Do I talk to any of those people now? No, but that was a different time in my life. But that's what it is. It's like this excitable energy and this newness and the adventure of newness and actually leaving your home to go and connect with people. And sometimes that's so difficult on the spiritual journey because we're getting so used to staying in solitude. But solitude is good until it turns into isolation. And I've also equally experienced isolation. Okay, and like where I'm like, oh no, I can't see people, I can't go out because like, you know, no one understands me. But it's like you're separating yourself from everyone, and the goal is to come into balance here. And that's really what this feels like here. Source saying like it's important for you to maintain your daily routines, but in regards to your connections, knowing that it's also okay to make space and time for new adventures with people and really bring in this abundance to your life with this Jupiter energy here. You'll get to experience that newness and that exciting, if I can talk, that exciting energy, and that will also impact your health in a very good way, right? Because when you have a good time with someone, like when you really have a good time, like you have a great conversation and you guys laugh and you goof around and you tease each other and you just have a great time, whether that's a love interest or whether that is, you know, just in general, just someone that you're going to hang out with. And when you go back home and you're like, man, I had the best time with you. Thank you so much. Like you already feel lighter and brighter. Right? So see where social interactions are very important for us. We have Uranus here. It says radically change. So I do feel like Source is saying like this is something that only you can change, right? Not about how you show up, but the fact that you are showing up is the energy here. It's like Source wants you to show up and know that it's important that you show up for others. Like, and that's hard, you know, especially 555 on the clock. That's a very uncomfortable place to be at, especially if you've let yourself fall into this I gotta be isolated energy here. So interesting. We have the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back onto love, right? Connection. We have these friendships. You have all these kids playing here in the background. This connection is so important, right? It's like connection is something that Source really wants you to start focusing on here. And then we have simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. Sometimes just checking on the people who, you know, are important in your life right now and just sending them a text message saying like, you know what, I'm thinking about you. You know, I just want to make sure you're okay. And just sending you some love, some light, a prayer, whatever it is, that can make a big difference for you here where it's like people are actually like, you know what, hey, they're showing up for me. I want to show up for them because I really do care about them too. Choose love. You always have a choice. Make yours with love with number 21. And again, we have this like social communities here, having a book club, kids playing Ring Around the Rosie. You know, it's like all these things here. It's like connection is so important right now that Source really wants you to dive into that. All right, let's see what we've got here. House 1, individuality, self-image, and your approach to life. So coming away from being so secluded here is very important. That's an approach that you can take, a new approach, and realize that others don't have as much power over you as maybe you might have been giving them, right? Sometimes we like to give our power away because we grew up in a society that says we have to give our power away, and so our ego is holding on by the skin of its teeth. Okay, weird saying. My mom always used to say that they're holding on by the skin of your teeth. And it's like, the thing is that your ego will evolve to continue to hold on to those old beliefs in any way that it can. And one of the ways that it may have evolved here to hold on to this belief is saying that everybody's against me and I have to protect my energy, or, oh my gosh, I absorb so much energy. I can't. It's not that you don't absorb energy, but it's like when you give all that power away to them saying like, you're affecting me and I give you that power to affect me, even if it's subconscious. It's like you can choose to see it from a different place. Like, okay, so maybe I don't need to go to a party or a huge get together or, yeah, exactly. Or like, you know, the mall or anything like that. But I can have a nice, intimate conversation with one person with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, or, you know, like we could go and get dinner together. It doesn't have to be something that's humongous. Right? So, of course, stick within your limits, but also don't give your power away when you have the ability to control that part of it. So it's like, I can't do big crowds. I can't do big crowds. Like, that's something that I learned after time, even though I love people, I love being around people, but if I'm in a big crowd for too long, like I just, it's too much for me, right? But I know that. And so I limit my time in big crowds. Like if Walmart's way too busy or if the grocery store's way too busy, I might go back another time. Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to come in the middle of the week when it's not so busy. Or I may just be like, okay, I've got 20 minutes to get in and get out. And sometimes I get bit in the butt because of it. But I also recognize that and I say, you know what? I'm going to go home and I'm going to meditate and get out of this funky funk. Okay? Mars, move forward and defend self. Exactly. Like, you know what you're good for. Like, you know what kind of settings are good for you. So set up more intimate settings with people who matter to you, right? We don't have to be all crazy. We don't have to go all out, right? And this is a lot of Aries energy. Again, taking action. Aries is the beginning of the zodiac. So it's like a big bang type of energy, right? So, Source, can we get some love messages here for this reading? What else would you like to let us know? Okay, so this is something that you could be dealing with or healing is narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, and one-sided. This is that fear coming into play. It's like, well, I've been in a situation where someone was a narcissist or very one-sided love. And that's why I feel like I'm giving my power away, or that's where I was giving my power away, was in that situation. And I don't want to get back into that. Okay? And we have addiction with codependent, obsession, restraint, possession, and control, and emotional block. So this is what I was saying. Our emotional ego holds on to these beliefs, and it will change the way we see it just so that it can evolve and continue to hold on to this, that addiction. That's that codependency coming out, that emotional block coming into play. We're trying to control the outcome here. Source, what else would you like to say? But see, it's not because you don't have good reason. If you've dealt with a narcissist, or if you've dealt with someone who's a manipulator, of course you have good reason for feeling this way. But when we stay in that, we don't let ourselves evolve as well, and it spiritually let ourselves come into this place of higher light and love, we'll always be stuck or bound by these situations that are holding us back, right? Yeah, and Source wants you to come into this place of abundance with a positive mindset, manifest gratitude and bliss and blessings, and recognize that you have this ability to bring in these higher, beautiful connections to your life. You can also limit the time with those that do drain your energy, okay? Yeah, see, there's been a lot of backstabbing in your journey. Heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, and a shocking attack. So it's like, we see that here with the narcissist energy, but it's like, just because this has been a part of your story does not mean that this is your story, right? It's just a part that you experienced, and you learned a lot of valuable lessons from it, but now they're asking you to come into this place of truly seeing things from a different place of abundance and saying, things are working out for me, things are going well for me. And that will help you in the long run here, okay? So if you feel like this is your message, leave that little money face, the guy with the eyes and the tongue. Leave the little money face emoji down below and say, I allow myself to think positively about my relationships, knowing that the past is the past and now is a different story. Okay? And it would mean so much to me if you left a thumbs up down below, if you subscribed to the channel and you commented. It really does help out. And if you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links below in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading, and you can follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio. And you can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships. But if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. And I'm going to go ahead and leave this here and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this beautiful message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.